We'll do a stretch for snowboarders and skiers, but mostly snowboarders after a long day on the mountain. This can also be used before you go to the mountain, just to make sure you stay mobile and limber and ready for your next day out in the snow. So for this practice, you'll need a strap or a scarf or belt. And then bend your knees and slowly lower yourself down onto your back. Bring the heels in close enough to touch the body. And draw the right knee into the chest. Just give it a little rock back and forth. Probably used a lot of hips in your movement today, so let's give it a little massage. And then bring the sole of the foot back to the mat. And draw the left knee in toward the body, rocking it from side to side. And release it back to the mat. Send the left leg long and the right leg long. Feel the natural curvature in the lower spine. Flex through the feet. And then send both arms up and overhead. Take a big stretch as if you were just getting out of bed in the morning. Stretch through the shoulders, through the belly and back, and down through the soles of the feet. On your next exhale, bring everything together into a tiny ball. And inhale to release, pointing through the toes this time. Stretch from fingertips to toes. And exhale to release into a little ball. Give yourself a hug. See if you can bring your nose to your knees. And then release one more time. Nice long stretch. And bend both knees back up. Get your strap that you have handy. Draw the right knee into the chest and wrap the strap around the bottom of the foot. Sometimes it can be nice to have a long loop in your strap. And then extend the right leg, flexing through the foot. See how close you can bring the straightened leg in toward the body. If you need to bend it to bring it in, then just straighten it back out and lower it. So keeping a straight leg. And you should feel the lower back and the sacrum connect with the mat. Flexing through. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg. And then take the strap into the right hand. Bring the left palm down by the side of the body. And open the right leg out to the right, about 45 degrees. Even if you can open it further, start with 45 degrees. Straighten and stretch. Flex through the toes. Then bring that left hand to the left hip. And you can continue opening up out to the right as long as you can keep the back body in connection with the mat. One more breath to open up. And then bring it back to center. Take the strap into the left hand. Right palm can come down by the side of the body. And cross the leg over just over the center line of the body to feel the stretch in the IT band. Flex through the right toes. And then send the left leg long toward the bottom of the mat. And you can fully cross that right leg over. Definitely okay if the hip comes off the mat this time. One more breath here. And then bring it back to center. Rebend the left leg first, and then rebend the right knee into the chest. Release the strap, hug the knee into the chest, giving it a rock from side to side. Sole of the foot comes back to the mat. Hug the left knee in toward the chest, and wrap the strap around your left foot. Once you wrap it around the ball of your foot, completely straighten your leg. Remember, it's better to have a straight leg if it's lower than a bent knee if you can get it higher. So straighten that leg and flex through the toes. Have a loose grip on the strap. Feeling the stretch in the back of the leg, the hip bone realigning in its socket. And then take the strap into the left hand. Release the right hand down to the mat. And open up the left leg straight and strong out 45 degrees. If you can open it more, bring your right hand to your right hip, making sure that the back body stays in connection with the mat, maybe opening up that left leg a little bit more. Right knee stays pointed toward the sky. Wherever you are, let's take a couple more breaths here. And then slowly bring it back to center. Feel the stretch and then switch the hands. The straps come to the right hands, left arm goes long. Just cross it over the center line of the body, just far enough to feel a little bit of stretch in the left IT band. Flex through the left foot. Send the right leg long toward the bottom of the mat, flexing through that foot. And then you can cross the left leg all the way over the body. Bring it back to center. Stay flexed and strong. Bend through the right leg. Bring the left knee in toward the chest. You can move the strap out to the side and bring both soles of the feet to the mat. Bring the heels in close enough almost to touch the toes. Center the hips. As you inhale, press into the feet, rise up into a bridge. And exhale to lower. Rise up into bridge. This time you can bring the arms up and overhead. Backs of the hands find the ground behind you. Press into the feet so you're engaging your full leg here. Getting a little bit of height by pressing into the heels. Exhale, lower it all back down. And then this time keep the arms by the sides, rise up into bridge and begin to walk the shoulder blades under the body, clasping the fingers together. We'll stay here for 3 rounds of breath. Make sure to press into the feet. You can unclasp the hands, slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll, massaging the spine, and eventually come up into a seated pose. Bring one leg in front of the other, and inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale the twist to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up. Hands at the hips, fingertips plant in front of you. Root down through the sits bones. And then you can begin to walk your fingertips further out in front of you. Maybe the forehead finds the ground. but not necessary. This is really more of a hip stretch. IT bands. Round through the spine to rise back up. Sit up tall, arms come up and overhead. Switch the legs, opposite leg comes in front. Inhale up, really stretching through the side body, crown of the head. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale up. Hinge at the hips, fingertips plant, root through the sits bones. Then maybe walk the hands out in front of you. Round through the spine to rise up. We'll just do one more move on each side. So you'll keep the left leg where it is and bend the right leg so that the left sole of the foot comes to the right thigh. Flex through both feet. We'll find this mermaid pose here. Inhale the arms up overhead. Twist over to the right first. Really twist through the belly and then see if you can drop the hip down toward the mat rather than rising it up. Flex through the feet. Inhale the arms up. Twist over to the left. Twist through the belly. Arms up overhead. Bring your body back to face the front and then switch the legs. So you should be able to kind of keep them where they are and just switch them to the other side. So this time the right sole of the foot is at the left thigh. Both feet are flexed. Arms are up and overhead and twist over to the left. Once again, seeing if you can just drop that hip a little more toward the mat, even if it's energetically. Inhale the arms up and overhead and twist over to the right. Counter twist. Inhale it back to center and then rock both knees up toward the sky, soles of the feet on the mat. Last move here, arms out to the side and give yourself a big hug. Drop the forehead toward the knees and imagine your next float down the mountain. Namaste.